Hello, this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. And I want to thank Michael Vara, formerly of the Dark Matter Radio Network, for going after and exposing the evil owner of Sewergab MV as Bart Ell. And he picked the wrong guy to screw with, because this guy has said he will take MV down. He will try to do everything he can to send him to prison. So I'm ecstatic over that news. And he intimated that other people involved with the Dark Matter Radio Network may also be criminals, and they will go down as well. I would suggest to Michael Vara that he contact federal authorities, because there have been DNS attacks on a number of people, all orchestrated by Michael Van Breven, or Breven, or whatever the hell his name is pronounced. I never could pronounce it. And they have been attacked for no reason other than they were associated with me, including one major radio personality in New York. People have had their personal computers attacked and work computers attacked, and I know at least 5 people have had their computers attacked, not counting my own, of course, by MB or his cohorts, his troll network. So I'll be more than willing to testify to that effect. And by the way, I got an email from one of the trolls there calling me an idiot. Well, I want to ask the question, why are you a horse's ass and an asshole? And why are you a troll? And why are you a proven, confirmed serial liar? And the other one wrote me an email, I need to stop blocking people from being on my channel. No one watching my videos. The last video got 83 views. Not a lot, but it's more than 1 or 2. And I told Snap T today that I am using a 9-year-old MacBook. The iPad is not being repaired because I don't have $13.95 to send it off. It's been paid for to repair, and that my internet provider is trying to get AT&T to come out and give me a higher bandwidth or streaming using fiber optic. And that was done on June 29th. And was supposed to be completed, and the work completed, and a new router sent in here, brought here in 7 days, and it hasn't happened. My internet providers apologized to me for it not happening, and I don't know what the problem is, why AT&T won't get off their ass and show up here. But it's supposed to give me 50 times the speed of the current speed I have now, and SnapT was complaining about the sound and visual quality. Well, hello, with the iPad going crazy because the home button is broken, I can't use it to do videos. I get buffering constantly if I do a video at 6 o'clock in the evening, and people are saying they can't stay up to watch me. And I'm using a 9-year-old MacBook. Now, of course, my 1,100 plus subscribers, if all of them sent me $1 a month, I could afford to buy a newer MacBook or a newer Mac. And we're doing videos in my bedroom again, where I could run the air conditioner and wouldn't be roasting in the hallway here as I am now. But, of course, in a perfect world, my subscribers would financially support me. I'm not talking about going to AlienCon. Some have claimed they can't afford what I have said to do. Everybody who subscribes and watches their videos, send me $1 a month. They said, I can't afford to go. So Kathy says that's ridiculous. And Kathy also said, and I quote, is he going to buy you a new MacBook or a new Mac or a new iPad? End quote. And she said, if he isn't, then he needs to be quiet. Quit complaining. And I think Kathy's absolutely right. People complain that I don't have the proper streaming when I'm using a 9-year-old MacBook. the live stream. So, SnapT, I know you're a fan, but everything takes time. I don't have the money to get newer equipment yet. I will by the end of the year, and I hope they have said now that it may take 2 more weeks for these guys to come in. I'm going to have to move the bookcases, and I talked to a neighbor, and he's going to help me move the bookcases so I can get to the jack, which is behind the bookcases in the bedroom, and then they'll put in the new router, and then I will have to hook this MacBook up to the new router and get it reset with a new password, and then the streaming, the buffering issues will be gone. I don't know about the video issues. You said it was clear and it was the audio and visual were perfect. Yeah, it's because I'm using an iPad to do videos. I can't. It's not reliable. I get buffering constantly. Now, my other iPad was stolen a year ago. If I had that iPad, and I'm still convinced to this day that someone from Sewergab came in here when I was sleeping and stole it to keep me from doing videos, then I could be using that iPad, but running it through the 9-year-old MacBook means it probably has connection issues. And that's why I don't have the best quality visual and audio. Poor man, I can only buy what I can afford to buy or save up for. And then number one priority for me, one, is to get Kathy's car bought. 2, to be caught up in my bills. Alien Con was a financial disaster in part because my bank did not stop payment on a debit that they were supposed to, and they promised to refund my money and didn't. And I wound up losing $454 over that. That kind of money, I could buy another MacBook or another iPad. So that wasn't broken. Hello, Zoe. So people need to think when you get $910 a month, you're not going out and buying brand new MacBooks, brand new iPads, and getting newer live streaming services with only about $700 or $600. After I pay my rent, my internet, $600 a month doesn't go very far. I still have to feed cats and feed me and do laundry. And I spent from 10 o'clock this morning doing laundry and doing the bedding. I stripped the bed, cleaned the bed off, put all new bedding on the bed, clean pillowcases and all that, and cleaned some shirts. The shirt is not clean, but I'm sweating so damn much in here. It's 88 in here. It's hot outside. And people say, why don't you have an air conditioner? I have an air conditioner in the living room. It blows the air up to the ceiling, and the volume of this room is so big that it does not cool the room off. Even I've had that thing running for 4 hours. The higher air conditioner, and it should be called HIHER instead of HIE or HIIER, however they pronounce it. It's a Chinese air conditioner that sucks. Now, ironically, my neighbor has the same air conditioner, maybe a bigger one. Hers works fine, but mine doesn't work right. I don't know why. But I plugged that thing in, run it for 4 hours, and it's still roasting in here. So, yeah, East Coast is hot, West Coast is hot. It's summer. Hello, Deb, welcome. But people need to stop complaining that they can't hear and see me. I don't have big money. I mean, everything I buy, like this mouse I bought years ago. I have another one I just bought. It still costs me $20 or $30 or $40 for a Mighty Mouse. I can use it in my MacBook. And the dongle I bought so I can start connecting the Mac Mini. And eventually I will get a new Mac Mini or a new Mac. But the third priority after I get my Kathy the Prius, my bills paid off, is to get my own car, get a Mac, iPad for that car installed in the dash so I can live stream anywhere, and get this iPad repaired. All I need is $13.95, but after asking everybody on my email list, no one will send me the money. The repair cost has already been paid for, and I'm hoping the battery's not dead, and I'm hoping the charging port is not bad, but the home button is broken and this thing goes crazy. And here's a guy, Resell Rabbit. 3 million views on YouTube. I'm viral now. Now I want to say something else. Embry also orchestrated, I'm convinced of it, the attacks on me and the campaign to get my videos off of Coast to Coast AM. Trolls on Bellgab went after and complained to Premier Radio Network, George Norrie and Tom Daniel, to ensure that I was no longer on Coast. If I were still on Coast, I would be getting $100 a month still. Last January, Tom Daniel said, we want you to do 8 videos at a time. That was the beginning of January. And within 2 weeks, all of a sudden, he said, we've gone in a different direction and we don't need your videos anymore. So something changed, and Tom Danheiser and George Norrie will never tell me what changed from all them wanting me to do videos for 8 months in a row ahead of time to no videos at all. And I'm convinced it was the personal attacks, lies, and slander campaign generated by MV and his troll cohorts on Bellgab. So if you wonder why I'm not bigger on the net, why I don't have 3 million views, that's why. And any effort to get me my own radio show with callers, has also been sabotaged by Michael Vara, even whatever the hell his name is. But he's been exposed. He had told me that he took me off of Bellgab for a year because I was being attacked too much. Then he let me come back in because he was making thousands of dollars off the general musings of faulty thread and ad revenue and ad clicks. And he created the Bart Ell character who was photoshopping horrible pictures of me. My apartment has been entered twice when the door was locked. Someone has gotten in here. Nothing was stolen, but it was claimed on Bellgab that spy cameras were put in my apartment, that nude photos and videos of me were shown on the internet, were being sold on the dark web, and that MV, when he sold me the infected laptop, I can't find the disk drive. I took it out and I can't see it because of the condition of my eye. I go to the eye doctor Tuesday and I'm asking for a new doctor. But it was claimed that spy cameras were put in here and that once I hooked up his evil infected laptop to my computer, that my computer camera could be monitored, all my devices could be monitored, and I saw the evidence of screen changing on my Mac when I was not touching the keyboard or the mouse, and screen changing on both iPads when I was not touching the iPad. Things were being manipulated on my computer, and my internet provider verified that someone has a stream going into my current modem, and they from the outside, and they cannot determine who that someone is, and it's probably MV, who owns a computer store and who is a computer expert. So I have been put upon, I have been attacked, Kathy's been attacked, even my cats have been attacked by the trolls on Sewergab. And if you watch the Michael Vara video today where he went on for 45 minutes about it, he had all the evidence proving that MV is behind a lot of this, but also he went after Heather Wade, and he may go after Keith Rowland. So I do not know how much the videos were sold for, but I was informed that videos are being sold of me. It is so hot in here in the summer, and I walk around the nude all the time in the winter because wearing long underwear in here when it's freezing is not always comfortable. And in the summer, when it's 90 degrees outside, it's 90 degrees in here, and I'm roasting to death. So, and even my poor cat, Fuzzy, likes to sit in the bedroom window, and she now is sitting on the bed in the living room because there's 7 fans going on in here, and nobody should have to have 7 fans going on in the apartment to try to stay cool. But I saw pictures of me taken from my camera on the internet that I did not take. And Time Runner, the application that was on the laptop, MB denied it, that he would never do that. He's a liar. I called the Time Runner company up and I said, if you put this software on my computer, what does it do? And the person at the company verified and so told me that he can remotely control, once it's connected to your router, any computer you own, any phone you own, and any device like an iPad. And that's precisely what happened. I saw the evidence with my own eyes when I could still see when I had glasses. That's cats do like to walk around, dude. I never thought of that. That's funny. Thank you. And by the way, I just talked to Kathy. She had a horrible weekend with Patty. She took her swimsuit down, and Patty never went to the pool. Patty, it's like being with Jabba the Hutt, getting that creature to eat, and then Jabba never moves out of her chair. And Patty had to pay for, Kathy had to pay for her own meals, left her iced tea there because she got flustered, and now is at home. Well, Snap Tea, 2 years ago, I got told that Heather Wade extorted money from Art Bell, drugged Art Bell, was having orgies in Art Bell's home, was having satanic rituals where they were sacrificing live animals and influenced Art. And when Aaron came back from the Philippines, found Art near death, and the figure I was told she stole from Art Bell was $2 million. And for someone that hates MV, she was on the Gabcast for years and attacked me on it and George Norrie. She's not a nice person, and Vara mentioned her in his video. Now, I don't know what, I didn't watch the entire video because I was busy with other issues, like trying to wake up and had to go feed the cats. But I'm convinced there's collusion going on there. And my friend Paul said the Senate did not find evidence of Russian collusion. He's obsessed with it like a lot of liberals are, but the House did. And now he's claiming that Putin gave money to the Brexit campaign. Well, you know what? Governments shell out money to influence elections all the time. I don't know if there's anything illegal that they gave money to Brexit. And he made a sarcastic thing about I should tell people not to vote for Putin. I wouldn't vote for Putin if I were Russian. So, but I was told this by multiple people online, including one person with confirmed contacts to intelligence agencies that Heather Wade was extorting money from Art Bell. Now, I do not know this to be a fact because I have no direct proof of it. But here was a woman on Social Security disability like I am, and all of a sudden she comes up with $90,000 to buy a house and supposedly was getting $10,000 a month as a host of Midnight in the Desert. Now do the math. If you're paying taxes on 10 grand a month, that's 90 grand a year, and suddenly she magically comes up with 90 grand to buy a guest house and lives on Art Bell's property when she originally was living in Art Bell's handball court. There's something fishy in Denmark and maybe in Finland and maybe in Pahrump, Nevada. That's another thing. I think that Art Bell was murdered. I don't think he died just of COPD. I have COPD and asthma, and I have breathing difficulties, and I have to inhale all these damn inhalers all the time. Keep from choking out. When it gets really hot, I have great difficulty. Hold on a minute. Ugh. Here's one of the inhalers I have to inhale. I'm supposed to inhale these every day, and I don't because I'm lazy and I get tired of it. But when you have COPD and you smoke for years, you can die from that. Leonard Nimoy died from it. My father had emphysema and smoked for years, and the cumulative effects happen even after you stop smoking. So I don't know. Vara says his own YouTube network has been hit by DNS attack. He's blaming, apparently, MD4. Now, I have no proof that she killed Art Bell, but I think we're not being told the autopsy reports because they are conducting a criminal investigation. Art was recovering. Aaron got him to the hospital. And I remember people telling me that Art Bell was crying, my Heather, I need my Heather. And Aaron was trying to force Heather Wade out of the complex and off the property. And suddenly she buys the guest house. A woman who didn't have a dime to her name suddenly comes up with 90 grand. It would be like if someone gave me $90,000 to buy my land and build my container complex from out of the blue. That's unlikely, isn't it? A guy who gets $910.40 a month to someone come up with 90 grand. And they forced Michael Vara off the dark matter radio network as far as I can be determined. But he has said that DNS denial of service attacks were launched against his network. And I will say it now, what I consider major radio personality in New York, one of my listeners and fans, had his personal and work computers attacked. Justin in Minneapolis had his personal computer attacked. Open Lines Jerry, Area 51 drone, and 6 Week Tenure had their computers attacked, and my computers attacked. So, and another person who was the first podcast host before I did a podcast with Area 51 drone, Barb Tiller, his personal computer was attacked and destroyed by a DNS attack. So this has not been going on just recently. That was a number of years ago, and this guy got so despondent on it, he repaired his computer and never went on the internet again. And he was a member of Bellgab. And Art did like me. I'm not tooting my own horn. I called up the Gabcast, and he said, "Hi, buddy, how you doing?" And you could tell by his voice he was happy to hear from me. Art and I corresponded for a long time. I also corresponded with Keith Rowland and Richard C. Hoagland and Father Malachi Martin, and I've called and written to Stanton Friedman, and I have had a correspondence with Little Moulton Howe. All these people know who I am, but any effort to raise the bar on my stature and get me my own live broadcast has been sabotaged by Bellgab, by MD, and his troll network. So MD made thousands of dollars, from what I've been told, off the general musings of Faulty Thread. And one person who was a fan of me defended it, saying, "You had 3,000 pages on there, and you wouldn't get that normally." Yeah, 3,000 pages of filthy Photoshop pictures, lies, slander, innuendo, false charges, attacking me, Kathy, and even my poor cats, threatening to rape Kathy, threatening me with homosexual rape, threatening to kill my cats, take them to the pound. The filth that went on and on and on for 10 years, and denied by MB that I would never do this. I would never infect your computers. There was no program on the laptop. I would never do anything to hurt you, George. It's all lies. This guy is a serial liar. And before I deleted my emails, I had the proof. But I saw this. I had people writing me left and right. You see what they're saying about you on Bellgab. Until I would be weeping. Until I was ready to have a nervous breakdown over it. Because I got constantly told until I finally said enough. Stop telling me what they're saying. I can't take it anymore. And all I got from people is, you need to toughen up and not let it bother you. When you get filth coming through like it's this open sewer line to your brain all the time, you can't help but have it overwhelm you. And I've done nothing to these people. I'm just doing videos to have fun and try to make $100 a month to pay my internet bill. I don't know if Fifi, 6-week tenure's wife, had anything to do with this or not, but there was a claim that she gave a brand new Prius and a brand new Toyota Highlander Hybrid Limited to MB and his wife because she knew that I wanted one and we needed another Prius. We haven't had a car for 2 years. We've suffered for it. So I don't know if Vara's good or bad, but he exposed Bart Ell today as MB. And Bart Ell was photoshopping horrible images of me. And by the way, there are people who have created the George Senda page on YouTube that have edited videos of my videos to make it sound like I've said things I never said. And when I complained to YouTube that this is a violation of copyright and being an imposter, they have done nothing about it. I will deal with that eventually with a DCMA complaint against those sites on YouTube and going through their attorney, the attorneys at Yahoo and Google and Bing, but that all takes money, which I don't have. And as for the money Bellgabbers gave to me, I don't have to give that back. All right? They donated to me to help me out when I was having financial problems. So don't start coming in here and attacking me for being poor. I wouldn't have had financial problems if MB hadn't orchestrated a campaign to libel and slander me all over the internet. It could be. I didn't know he had a Muslim wife, but people told me. I don't pay attention to Bellgab. Or I didn't. And really, if you don't count cat food, I've maybe gotten $500 or $600 from people over the last 10 years. That's not money I have to report. Anything under $2,000, I'm not required to report it. And I'm not required to report anything on taxes either. And if I get an inheritance, you're not required to file IRS. Inheritance from state and federal is non-taxable. And I may get an inheritance one day. I don't know about calling Homeland Security, but I wrote Michael Vara, please contact me if you do anything on this. I would love to talk to you on the phone. Yeah, terroristic threats from MD. Remember, he has a Muslim wife, and while I will say something, there are many Muslims in this country that are law-abiding, and they will never commit terrorist acts. They escape the madness, and they want to live in America in peace and freedom. Now, I did not know that MB made terroristic threats on Dark Rattle Radio Network, but I wouldn't put anything past this evil troll master. But when you get 10 or 12 people all telling you that someone is ripping off Art Bell, is drugging Art Bell, is having sex orgies at the home of Art Bell, then something is really fishy, and I believe the stories. I don't have any direct proof, and I can't be sued legally because I'm on Social Security income. I'm not worried about Heather Wade going after me, but someone in Nevada needs to investigate this whole fishy situation, and in Missouri. And by the way, I was told that if I get the proof, and I haven't had the money to have a technician come in, and I cannot find the hard drive, I took it out of the laptop. I can't see it. That's my problem. When they operated my eye, I can't see close up, and I can't remember where the hell I put it. But it got taken out of the laptop. As soon as they find it, it'll go back in the laptop. The battery's been replaced, and the memory. I got so mad I took all that out about a year ago. And then I will pay to have a tech finally come in here. And I got told by one it would take 3 hours to inspect it, see if it had been infected, tampered with, had virus, or whatever programs you would call it to control my computer. And I got told by the Cape Girardeau, Missouri officials at the police department, I called them long distance, that if I get written proof of that, I go to my police department 2 blocks from here and file charges. The police department here said they will, once I have the proof, they will forward the charges to Missouri, and the Missouri police officials and the DA will file criminal charges against Michael Van Beek. All I gotta do is come up with $50 and the time and find the link to that person again. Unfortunately, my Mac died when Fuzzy the cat pulled the power strip out, and the hard drive may have died. And I've got to come up with $250 to get my iMac fixed. Everything takes money. So I love these people. I should refund the money that people out of the goodness of their heart gave me. Why should I refund the money? What did I do that I have to return money to people? That's ridiculous. Oh, if we get a car, I'm going to Area 51. You know that. Or I'll rent one. Kathy wants to go to Grand Canyon. The big problem is who feeds my kitties. I have to hire a cat sitter. And it's not Heather's Area 51. Remember, she claimed to go there, and now I've been told she's running reruns because no one's listening to her. Her credibility is probably at -0, way past 0 right now. Her credibility is probably at -0, way past 0 right now. Remember, Michael Vara today said he found a site registered. It was yet another name for Bellgab as Sewergab. I came up with that name. I'm the one that started calling it Sewergab, and MB made thousands off of that thread. So, no. Vara is not MB. They're 2 different people. So, I would love to go to Pahrump. And the Pahrump police, there is no police department in Pahrump. There is no police department in Pahrump. There is only a sheriff's department in Nye County. So, and the sheriff released the result, the news that Art Bell died against the wishes of the Bell family, and got a lot of flack over it. So, no, I don't think so. I've seen photographs of MB. He's a big fat slob. He does not look like Michael Vara. Thank you. Van Dieven. I don't think he is the same person. I've talked to MB on the phone, and they have a totally different voice. Unless MB is a master of impressions, which I doubt. And there's something else. I was reading a book the other night, a book by Donald Bain, the Murder She Wrote series, where two people were killed. The autopsy said they had a heart attack. They were killed by ricin. Now, ricin is a nerve agent. Ricin is a nerve agent that, unless you're looking for it in autopsy, is undetectable, or almost undetectable. But a small amount of ricin can kill 500,000 people. It's been an easy matter to give that to Art Bell in his food or his IV or something like that, and it could be listed as COPD or a heart attack. No, she didn't refuse to attend the funeral. What she did, she refused to drive Aaron Bell and the daughter to the funeral. And Whitley Strieber and Daniel Brinkley were at the funeral, and this came out that I think she refused to go to the funeral because she was already suspect. And remember something, I have the ability, I just have to have a way to get around. Once we have a Prius in October, remember, we are also, Kathy is not as far as I know, but I am into the white arts. And I know the Berkeley Psychic Institute, and I'm quite sure I can find some psychics and some Wiccans. In fact, I used to live with a Wiccan, a white Wiccan, a good Wiccan. Or she lived with me, let's put it that way. And I can find someone to give me protection glyphs and spells and all that to protect me and protect Kathy. And, you know, it wouldn't be that hard for me to go to Pahrump and ask to speak to the sheriff and ask to speak to someone in the district attorney's office and say, has anybody done any investigation to see if Art Bell has been murdered? And then you'd see me, when I come up with $75 to get this iPad or any iPad I get to be wireless anywhere through T-Mobile, and a donation would be appreciated for that once it's repaired. Then you would see me do a video from Pahrump. This is the guy from Pittsburgh. And remember, George Norrie himself. Then you would see me do a video from Pahrump. This is the guy from Pittsburgh. And remember, George Norrie himself said, I am an official coast-to-coast investigator. Nothing comes with that, but that's what he said live on the air. So I would investigate this. I have a broken iPhone, which is an iPhone 5S. By the way, there's the dongle that I hope when I get a cable. I don't understand one thing. There's no DVI to VGA cable. There's a VGA cable. There is a HDMI extender, but there's no 15-foot cable for these things. Everything is 3 or 10 feet. So I got an older Mac Mini sitting here, and I have an iPhone 5S that's broken. I stepped it. I don't even know where it is right now. Oh, it's on the floor. Everything's on the floor. And this is a tray table I'm using to do these videos. There's my broken iPad. $50 to repair it, but it is not on any network right now. It is on a network in my house. I can do videos from this if I have Wi-Fi. Once it gets fixed. And there's the Mac, the first Mac Mini, and I found a way to get in there. If I get the shop to do it, you cannot change the CPU, but I can put a bigger hard drive in here and remove 2 resistors, have them remove 2 resistors, and overclock it to 1.5. I will eventually have a Mac Mini, a newer one, and a newer iBook. So, Art said, I need my Heather. He was crying, I need my Heather. I want Heather when she was being forced out of the complex. I was told this. Now, unfortunately, I deleted all 48,000 emails because it got to the point where I couldn't even read my own emails. I should have kept some of those. Going to Alien Con wore me out physically. I got sick afterwards, and it wore me out financially. It wore me out spiritually. It was not the trip I had looked forward to or I would have done. I promised to do live streaming on the train. There is no internet on an Amtrak train. You cannot live stream. My iPad locked up, and recently it locked up again, and I suspect it's because the home button is broken. I was using it the other day. I got to repeat the story. All right, $13.95 to repeat the story. I need to send off the. And by the way, Snap T, you complained that I'm going to out you here. You complained that the visual quality and audio quality of my videos have not been good. That's because I'm using a 9-year-old MacBook to do the videos. Somebody has a newer MacBook, preferably 2011 or newer, because I could be streaming to my Mac. Mac, everything is hot. Apple TV with the newer MacBook and have music. By the way, it's time to find the music. I need some music. That's why things look crappy, because when I tried to do it with the iPad, it buffers and stops because the home button is broken. Now, I'm drinking. The story I was told, though, all right, I'm going to give you the entire story as I was told from multiple sources. And remember, I used to talk to people on Google Hangouts and Skype, and then my Skype stopped working on my Mac when I upgraded. 1. Heather Wade was conducting black magic rituals in Art Bell's house. 2. Heather Wade was having lesbian sex orgies in Art Bell's house. 3. Heather Wade was living in Art Bell's handball court. 4. Heather Wade was on Social Security disability and had no money to speak of, but somehow inculcated herself with Art Bell and became his producer when she had no producer experience. 5. Heather Wade was sacrificing goats and other animals in black magic rituals in Art Bell's house. 6. Supposedly, Heather Wade was drugging Art Bell. 7. Supposedly, Heather Wade extorted or stole $2 million from Art Bell. And the other thing, Alice Burbank, who has been a guest on the Future Theater videocast done by Bill and Nancy Burns, and who is a Bellgabber, was trying to get sexually involved with Heather Wade and was rejected. And it has been said that he was the one who engineered the sniper attacks on Art Bell's house. There were 2 of them. And I confirmed those as actually having been happened with the Nye County Sheriff's Department. If you go back in my videos, you'll see the videos where I did 2 videos, or maybe 3, I don't remember right now, stating that the sniper attacks on Art Bell's house happened, and that's why Art Bell left Midnight Odessa. So this is all a giant conspiracy to defraud and senior abuse and steal from a radio legend. I cannot prove it, but when you get 10, 12, 15 emails from different people saying Art Bell is being drugged, there are orgies going on, there's satanic rituals, animal sacrifice, lesbian orgies, and money is being taken from Art Bell, and suddenly a woman without a pot to piss in winds up with 90 grand and buys Art Bell's guest house and winds up living on the guest house. And when Aaron came back from the Philippines, she tried, apparently unsuccessfully, to throw Heather Wade off the property. steal Heatherweight off the property. And that's when I was told that Art was saying, I need my Heather, and he was crying for Heatherweight. So who knows? Maybe she gave him some Rohypnol or some drug. She gave him some Rohypnol or some drug to dull his mind. But all I know is that Erin, when she came back to the Philippines, she found Art Bell near death and rushed him to a hospital in Las Vegas. And Art was recovering and doing just fine. And then suddenly, shockingly, and remember, he did the Gabcast a short time before he died. And then suddenly, he dies of mysterious and unknown and undetermined causes, and they will not release the autopsy reports. I know when my mother died, they did an autopsy. When my father, she donated her body to science. When my father died, they did an autopsy. It was released. I have the autopsy results. He died of a heart attack. He got drunk for the last time in his life and slipped under the waves of a bathtub. And they had a massive heart attack. These things are done as a matter of course when someone dies away from authorities. They perform an autopsy. They did it for Kathy's friend Judy. We found the body for the help of the police. Judy had been dead for maybe 2 weeks. They performed an autopsy. It is not normal. You watch enough Quincy, you know they do autopsies. Not normal not to release results unless the family has done something or they're conducting a criminal investigation. There's some reason why. Even George Norrie, in a show with Alex Jones, said there's something wrong, but they have not released these results. So, all right, now there's Barb Killer, Area 51 drone. He can confirm the DNS attacks on his computers, Open Lines Jerry's computers, 6-week tenures computers. I believe that because I was on the internet with him when it would happen. We'd be on the phone and all of a sudden everything would go kaboom. And my computers, and Justin's, and I think Jeremy's, and I know Kondalahulu, I can't remember his last name. He was my first podcast host, and he was trying to set up podcasting and live calling with me 3 or 4 or 5 years ago. I'd have to look it up. And another guy got attacked in Philadelphia who was talking to me. He said, I can't talk to you anymore. My computer's been attacked. So you got Open Lines Jerry, 6-week tenure, Area 51 drone, Justin, maybe Jeremy, the guy in Philadelphia, and a guy in Ohio. And me. 8 people had DNS attacks directed on them. And there's a 9th one in New York. All directed from Sewergab. Yeah. And I don't care if this thing gets ad revenue or not. The truth will well out. And if you fight the forces of evil long enough, excuse me, like exposing a vampire to sunlight, these people wither and die. Well, in this case, they'll wither. They made fun of me, and I will go eventually against little Chris with a DCMA takedown request as well, just as soon as I have the money to do it. It's $200 to go after his filthy so-called fan page full of Photoshop crap, and they claim parody as a right. Well, they can't get away with copyright violation and libel and slander. My problem is I don't have the money to hire an attorney to go after it. Now, it's always Sewergab because I don't want to get my blood pressure up, and it's getting up right now, but I'm mad. I get terminal migraines just thinking about Bellgab because I put up with 10 years of personal attacks and attacks against people friendly to me who have done nothing, who are not even members of Bellgab. And someone is not here right now. She has been attacked for donating to me by Bellgabbers. And she had her computers attacked. I forgot about her. That's 10 people. And separate issues, she told me she's had her own personal life attacked by people on the internet. So No, they do not play with those they love. When they threaten to go to Kathy's house and rape her, that is not love. Or kill my kitties. Or have me homosexually raped by the creek while Orangey Cat watches. You call that love? You got a weird idea of what love is, lady. That's love. I'd hate to see what hate is. You have to fight these people, but the problem is when you don't have money, you don't have an attorney, you can't do anything but do videos on them. And then they get taken down because one of them, I expect fully this video to be taken down because someone will say it violates YouTube standards. And I expect Michael Vara's video to be taken down as well. Everybody knows I love my girlfriend. One troll from there, Randall Venice, said he was going to date Kathy, take her away, and then was going to date rape her with Rohypnol and rape her. Now you tell me, what does my girlfriend have to do with Bellgab? Nothing, although she has railed against him in videos with me, because she hates him as much as I do for what they've done to me. My girlfriend, and they've also said she looks horrible, she's fat and everything else. They do personal attacks on me, my cat. And for years they called me a welfare cheat, an unemployment cheat, a federal income tax cheat, a Medicare cheat, a Social Security cheat. It means I should be getting a hell of a lot of money through cheating on the government of all this money, and yet I'm suffering with $910 a month when I should have my own radio show like others. I shouldn't have to take cans and bottles, which I'll be doing tomorrow, rinsing them out, taking the caps off, bagging them up, getting on the bus in 90-degree heat to get cat food money. I should have been rolling in dough for the last 7 years. But my subscribers, and I'm not criticizing anyone here, I've told people, donate $1 a month to me. You can't afford, if you can't afford $1, then you can't afford the internet either. Excuse me. One problem with this stuff makes me burp. Even if only 200 people a month gave me $1 out of the 1,100, and one person claimed that a lot of those subscriptions were bought. Well, I don't know if that's true or not, but I will tell you one thing. Before my videos were on Coast, I had 400 subscribers, and after I had 800. And I get more and more people. I got 2 new subscribers. People tell me in email, I saw your videos on Coast to Coast AM. That's how they're finding you. It has nothing to do with Bellgab. Now, there's one other person that I should have been with other than Kathy. And she was, I'm convinced, I have not had time to go over. It's $26 to buy the debt certificate. But I'll go over to the San Francisco one day and talk to the Department of Public Health and find out if my first girlfriend was truly murdered. That's the other person in my life that, if on an alternate timeline, she and I would have been together. If she had gotten away from her husband, I would have wound up being with Julie forever. So I'm trying to get Kathy to try to talk to Kathy. There's a woman here in Martinez that has 2 lovely little kitties, 2 black kitties, male and female, both spayed and neutered. Love to be held, cuddled, and petted. You know, take 2 cats. How am I going to afford to take 2 cats? I said, you can afford to feed 1, don't you? Yeah. I said, then I'll help you with the other one. A bag of Good Life only costs $25 a month. And for 2 cats, they'll go through that in about 2 months, and I'll buy you the cat food. I'll buy you wet food. I'll buy you litter. Once we have a car, I have ways to get cat food and litter that don't have to carry it on the bus. I can stockpile it in Kathy's house and buy her enough for last. Buy her enough cat litter to last her a year. Buy her enough liners. Buy her. She had the cat box. She had the cat tree. I saw a free cat tree today at a yard sale. They're giving it away. I don't know where to pick it up. It's a lovely cat tree. It would probably cost $200. I'd give that cat. But no one deserves this kind of abuse. My friends don't. My supporters don't. My fans don't. My viewers don't. I don't. Neither does Kathy. That's how evil this man MD is. I have been told that he made thousands of dollars off the faulty trip in 10 years. And now that he shut down Bellgab, he probably ported all the filth on Bellgab over to EllGab. It starts the circus all over again. And I get told to stop blocking people. I only block trolls and haters. Or people that I tell them to stop saying something on the channel and they keep doing it. Then I block them. I said, I've given you warnings, that's enough. If Heather Wade wants to go after me or MV, they know where I am. Everybody knows where I live. In 10 months, I'll buy 4x4 after October. And then I hope that 6-week tenure will, or I'll even get drone. Do you have a license? Because of my eye, they're not going to let me get my license back to my eye space. I live in California. Trib. I live in California. Trib. God damn it. Can't type with this thing. I'm used to the large keyboard. You know what? I can't see what I'm typing. Oh, God. It's horrible. When I get my 4x4, I will get someone a license to drive me around. And I intend to go to Seattle. I will make peace, if I can, between Drone and his estranged wife. And see if she'll take him back. Maybe I'll sit on it if she gives up. And try to get Drone to make some money. With a real money-making platform. But I'm sure part of the reason they broke up was Drone's inability to make money. He was busting his ass for nothing. And I saw his house, saw his cats, talked to his wife, so I know he had a house. I kidded about, you rented the house, the cats, the wife, kids, none of them exist. It's all a front. And they claim that this apartment, now, look at this for a minute. Now, I did dishes today. I have not cleaned my kitchen up. I did laundry. I haven't swept the floor yet. And I'm just going to pan around my living room. They claim that all this is the studio set on Bellgab. Like I'm Capricorn 1, for God's sake. I got millions of bucks, and they claim that I have bins of gold and silver. This is a bin of silver, right here. This is it, folks. The rest is all in the pawn shop, the coin dealer. And this is some silver disc. That's all the silver I got. But I have bins of gold and silver stacked up. What the hell is set aside? I'm in California. I'm 30 miles from San Francisco. He don't have no. All he's got to have a license. I need somebody with a license. I will go to Pahrump. I will go to Area 51. I will go to the Little Alien Inn. And the big thing, the big kahuna for me to go to Roswell. And if I ever win the lotto, which I'm with a third eye, convinced I will one day. First thing I do after I buy me all the stuff I need, all new equipment, and have the land and build a container complex, I send Kathy to Japan so you can buy all the Pokemon her heart desires. And then I would get Drone a house and get 6 week tenure house and help out everybody who's ever helped me out. Send them all $5,000. That if I could. Send them all via PayPal. And then I'd probably stop doing videos for 6 months because my dream would be in a motorhome, get somebody, actually I wouldn't stop doing videos, I take that back. Get a motorhome, get somebody to drive me around, and my dream would be go to every major league ballpark, watch baseball, and then every football stadium and watch football. No, they threatened to drug and rape Kat. They threatened to drug and Randall Venice threatened to go to Kathy, date her, take her away from me, and drug her and rape her. And also they threatened to sodomize her. That's another evil Bellgab. And they also said when Kathy got robbed of $500 at Walmart, she had it in her hand. The guy pushed her, took the money out, ran out the store. That she made it up. And that Kathy and I committed a crime by filing a false police report. Well, she tried to call the police and couldn't get through, and Walmart did not call the police. They said, "No, our policy, we don't call the police for that." And then they said Randall Venice said Walmart was going to sue us for filing a false police report. And I talked to the manager of the Walmart here and he said, "We don't sue our customers." About an 8.0 earthquake would happen if I fell in Walmart. Besides, with my bad back, bad knee, bad feet, bad ankles, hands that need cream on them, I'd probably, excuse my language, people, fuck myself up so bad I'd never get up again. I don't think I'd do that. Now, 40 years ago, I could take a fall like that, no problem. I hung around stuntmen, but today, no, I would never do that. No, she'd not get that money back. It wasn't Walmart's fault. Some black guy, they said I was a racist for saying that. That's who ripped her off. She had the money in her hand in the money order line at Walmart, and the guy jostled her, and she released the money. She still had a hold of it, but it was loose, and he grabbed that out of her hand and ran out the store. You can't, who am I going I can't find an attorney to sue my eye doctor, or to sue Bellgab, or to sue little Chris. Where am I going to find an attorney? An attorney is out there to make money. Some attorneys believe in justice, like the late Melvin Belli. If Melvin Belli were alive today, Bellgab would have gotten shut down a long time ago because he was my mother's attorney and my attorney and a personal friend of the family. If Herb Cahan, the Chronicle columnist, were alive today, Bellgab would have been shut down because he knew people. If Terrence Hallinan was still the DA of San Francisco, Bellgab would have shut down because he and his brother Patrick were a friend of the family. On that particular Walmart, people are getting mugged as they leave the store and go to their cars. They're shopping. Excuse me, when I got this up. Oh. Hell, it hurts to get up out of the chair to go in the kitchen. You want me to think of fall Walmart, Joe? Ain't gonna happen. I'm an honest person. Now, it went bye-bye, but it turned into EllGab. It's the same site. Same clowns, different name. By the way, if someone will send via PayPal or send me the money, get the, now it's called ELL, like eel, like slimy, sneaky eel. That is the handle of Bart Ell. I call him Bart Smell. But now we know that Bart Ell is really MD, the owner of Bellgab. Yeah, well, I guess that doesn't happen at Walmart. But Kathy didn't want to make a fuss, and she got really mad that I publicly told everybody about it without asking her. So it's water under the bridge now. But I was so angry. And I call EllGab HellGab, so they can now use that for a name because they all deserve to go to hell. God, that's weird. His drink that made a really weird noise. I don't know if you can hear that. It made a noise of it going through a tube. You can hear it when you drink it. It's really strange. I wish I had a microphone attached to this. Yeah, it's EllGab. He shut down Bellgab because there's no point in talking about Art Bell with Art Bell dead. Now it's EllGab. Yeah, somebody left this downstairs. The Kaiser Thrive. It holds like 12. Sometimes it holds 16 things of ice. You can see how much ice is left there. Nice thing about this with the lid on, I've knocked this down a couple of times. It's hard plastic. It doesn't spill. By the way, I'm very disconcerted. I put up the new command hooks in the hallway, and I put my two computer bags on there, and it was too much for the hook. It came off. So I'm going to have to find the hook and put it back up. I'm only going to put one bag on it. Well, Whitley, I don't know if you can believe it, but it's out there under EllGab. I got an email right away. Well, this will tip over, but there is a thing on unboxing therapy. It's $20. You can get it, and I tested that live. There's a drink holder for coffee or for cold drinks. Does both, I think. And no matter what you do, it's got some weird thing in the bottom that if you try to knock it over, it comes back to the middle position and will not tip over. So it's one of the things I would love to get one day. Because I've spilled more coffee and drinks in this place than I know what to do. But by the way, tomorrow night, the cats will get the tasty sardine and mackerel. Tonight they will get the. I threw away the wrappers for it. This is the turkey with something, but I want to put this on film. So I have all three of these sitting here waiting for the kitties to eat them. When this is done, I will feed them and do a short video of each kitty. No, Bart Ell was the alternate handle that MB created, and he did horrible Photoshop pictures of me and Kathy and posted them in the Faulty Pit. Bart Ell equals MB, but I call him Bart Smell. I did not know he was MB. Well, Snapkey sent me a thing saying that Michael Vara is doing a live video where he has discovered the true identity of Bart Ell, and it is Michael Van. Yeah, Photoshop photos, and they did stuff like I would call Drone, and if he's still on here, I would call Drone and Jerry and 6-week tenure, and suddenly my calls on Google Hangouts and Skype were being recorded and published on Bellgab, my private phone calls. And well, I do not have an account at EllGab, and I would not go to that filthy site. I managed before Bellgab died to go in to check my email. I was a member of Bellgab. I hadn't gone on there for several years, just to write friends note, and I had made friends in there, and can't get in now, but I wouldn't join. And they made me a member of EllGab without even asking. I got an email, welcome to EllGab. They created an account for me without my permission. It's a troll site. I have not posted on EllGab. I clicked on it briefly to see if it really existed, but that's the extent of my EllGab knowledge. But they edited audio of me to make it sound like I said things I never said, and they've been published on YouTube. Also, the evil troll, the evil pedophile, Robert Robinson III, published my phone number on YouTube multiple times and called me in a call pretending to look for Shirley. I got the recording. Never erased it off my answering. And I've complained to YouTube repeatedly about his attacks on me, and they won't do anything about it. That's why I'm waiting for a car so I can go to YouTube's headquarters in San Bruno and see if I can talk to someone in person. Or failing that, I know the attorney for YouTube, for Google, and write a long letter. I have to hire an attorney and get him to write a formal letter to all these places and say, I want these sites removed, these videos removed. If I can find an attorney to go after YouTube and to go after Bellgab, EllGab, and go after some of these people, I'd make a hell of a lot of money. I'd give some at the drone, 6-week tenure, Jerry, Justin, everybody who's been affected by these jerks. I don't know how Krampus got my number. I had given it out to a couple of people online, and he called me up, posing as a private detective, talking about my stolen iPad until I caught him in a lie. And then I realized he was not a private detective, and that private detective and that agency and that address does not exist in Walnut Creek, California. I checked. So, no, he called me at my home on a Sunday night, about 8 o'clock at night. I think I still have the audio of that too. I think I did a video. I did a video with the audio. But remember, a lot of these people have posed as my friends over 10 years, and I use the word in quotes, when they're actually my dire enemies, and they would do anything to sabotage my quote, end quote, career. They even took a comment out of context, perfectly innocent, and made it as if I was a child molester, which is a disgusting for you. And someone's posted a video saying Nori was written as Nori on the web, and it's a Mandela effect thing that an alternate timeline. There's a guy named George Nori with that exact spelling. But Drone and Jerry and 6 Week and Justin and Jeremy and the guy in New York, 10 people have been attacked by these people. They've had their computers wrecked. They also got phone calls. 6 Week tenure got harassing and disgusting phone calls at home before he and his wife went off to France. I'd like pizza too. Yes, one of the Sewergabbers from Livermore ordered pizzas to be sent to me that weren't paid for with jalapenos on them, and which I could not eat, and did that to Straw Hat, Domino's, Mountain Mike's Pizza, and Pacifica Pizza, and Chinese food, which we did eat because some of it wasn't that spicy. And they interrupted 5 of my live broadcasts by doing that. And a pizza, a year or two ago, the day before my birthday was ordered, pizza, wings, and cake. And they told me to eat it while I was online, and then they said I was disgusting for eating online. So there's no winning with these people. They all told me to eat the pizza. I was hungry, so I ate the damn pizza. And I love pizza too, but nobody ever sends me a pizza. And I called Domino's, I called Straw Hat, I called Pacifica, and I called Mountain Mike's. I talked to the owner of Mountain Mike's and the owner then at Pacifica, and I said, I did not order these, and please don't deliver pizza unless I order them. And because of Chefist having my phone number, I had to change my number again. I've had to change my number here 9 times. 9 times I've had to change my number. Because it's been published or circumvented or bandied about, and I've been harassed with them. By the way, I need to show you guys something. One of these is home, but I can't remember what the hell it is. This I think is a printer cable. I have these dots, but one day I'll sit down and label these. Is this a printer cable? I think so. I can't remember what this stuff is, though. I used to know. This is a really old Apple cable. I think this is also some kind of a printer cable. And I think this is an Ethernet or printer cable as well. But I can't remember. I got too many cables. No, stuff. And this is another cable, but I think this might be for one of my Alexa, whatever, things. I don't know where I'm doing it. Well, I gave them out because people were talking to me on the phone. I gave them my home phone number out, being naive and trusting, and they used it to attack me. And it's been published on YouTube. If you go to Robert Robinson's site, and YouTube said, we cannot find any evidence in the video. Excuse me. Your number was published. The title of the video, here's George Senda's phone number. And that they couldn't find it. And little Chris gave him my phone number, who was another Bellgab troll, who declared he was my manager, quote unquote. And I said, I'm not a manager, who the hell are you? And he came up with the mutant sexy Kathy Newton fleshy sex doll, love doll. He actually created a love doll. Now, whether or not, and he put a Photoshop picture of Kathy's head on the very beginning of his so-called George Senda fan page. And some say he actually produced the product in violation of California and federal law. You have to have permission to use someone's likeness in a product, written permission. No, it's not vodka. No, I don't drink Drone. It's Walmart Peach Wall, my favorite. That I drank all the Seagram's ginger ale. There is no vodka. In fact, I got the bottle of brandy here somewhere. I don't even know where I put it. My problem is now I put stuff down. I can't remember where the hell it is. I haven't had anything to eat all day. I got a chicken thaw in the sink. When I get done with this video, I will clean the chicken, take the skin off, clean it, throw the remnants out, put it in the pan, put barbecue sauce on it, cut up potatoes and zucchini, and have it for dinner. Yeah, it's okay, you know. But it's very carbonated, it makes you burp. And then I will feed the kitties. And later tonight, or in the morning when it's cool, I will start bagging up the cans and bottles and take those in for cat food. Now, one other thing. Being that I am impoverished till the first of the month, which is a Wednesday, being that I am impoverished till the first of the month, which is a Wednesday, what I will do, if someone will donate or I'll put this another way. Loan me the money, $13.95, to send off the iPad for repair so you can see more videos. I will send you back $28. I will double your money. And there'll be no scam. No, I can't afford to pay you back. By the way, another guy who became a troll was White Pro, or as we want to call him, White Troll, who said that he would fund me. A lot of I was told that he would give me money for Bellgab, for AlienCon, if I wrote him an email from my inbox in Bellgab. I did that. You know what? He denied he ever said it. He denied. He said, I've donated in the past, and yet he said, I will not give you any money. So he's another guy who became a troll and a liar. I don't know who trademarked the guy from Pittsburgh. It's someone in Arizona. I have the name. I had it on my computer before it crashed. The Picture Max says they might be able to recover my hard drive. I have the trademark paperwork still sitting in my bookcase. He paid $400 to steal my identity. That has been my name for 7 years on YouTube. Under common law, I have the right to that name. Now I have trademarked it in one state for free. But some evil guy in Arizona wasted $400 just to ensure that he could, I don't know, he might take this site down. He might take this channel down because he owns the trademark rights. That's an evil thing to do. No normal person would do this. I don't know who crap is this. And the ever popular, not confirmed liar, serial liar, troll, guy who said he would pay me twice to do interviews. Damon Lake wrote me and called me an idiot today. So, well, Drone, if things work out in the next 6 months, we have a car. It's not that expensive to go to Seattle. I'll bring you down here, or at least I'll take you out to dinner. All the dumpster sandwiches you eat. Not really. I wouldn't be that mean, but I would be fun. No, I will take you and buy you a meal and whatever. White Troll donated to the AlienCon fund, but the biggest thing he ever did when I needed new glasses, he loaned me the money for the glasses, knowing how tight money was for me at the time and demanded its immediate repayment on the first month. That really made me angry. So, what? Reppin' Martinez, bro? What is that? What the hell is that? I don't know what that means. He donated once the glasses fund, but he demanded I pay him back, and he donated to the AlienCon fund. But the whole thing was, I got numerous emails saying White Pro will give me a major amount of money to pay the whole issue with AlienCon. You would have gotten better videos and more videos, and I still haven't gotten the videos. I haven't had time to go to Berkeley. Kathy and I are going out Friday to Red Lobster, and I'll bring the iPad with me. You would have gotten the videos on the iPad if it hadn't broken and locked up on the train. But he was claiming that he was going to pay my entire hotel bill for the weekend, which would have come to about $1,000, and it didn't happen. Well, there are days when I've been, I have reconciled with Curtis. There are days when I did not go eat. Remember, there's times where I've had cat food for the cats. I've had cat food money. Absolutely no food near, no coffee, water, and I go without food. Now I have thank God, the Meals on Wheels, which will keep you from starving. Okay. That kind of comment is a troll comment. I'm going to give you a warning. Who's this old man? What's his channel about? All right, you're a troll. Give you a warning. Who's this old man? What's his channel about? All right, you're a troll. So it is time for you to go. We don't allow trolls in this channel, so enjoy being blocked. Bye-bye. But I have I've fed Kathy in the past and the cats before I eat. That's how I am. Now I can go down to the soup kitchen and get bread. I've been days where I've lived on nothing but bread and butter for 3 days. So I've run out of money. I'm a little confused. When am I going on C2 Cam again? I'm never going on Coast to Coast because of the sabotage efforts of Bellgab. They ensured I'd never. The only way I could do this, and the problem is that Tom Danheiser, who says he watches my videos, my live stream, he says he doesn't, but apparently he may have issues with me. I haven't done anything to him. But they orchestrated a campaign to attack, libel, slander me to George Noy, Tom Danheiser, and executives of the network to make sure I would not be on Coast anymore. So I'm never going to be on Coast again unless I meet physically with George Noy. And every time I've suggested it, Tom says no, that's not going to happen. I suggested when I went to Alien Con that I'd stop by Sherman Oaks and film the studio, the Coast to Coast studio. And George Norrie promised me a second interview, which I've yet to get because he's always saying he's too busy. And Kathy does not like George Norrie because she thinks I don't like any of the weekend hosts except for George Knapp. Now, I've heard Dave Schrader talk a little bit on Midnight in the Desert. I now know what he looks like. And he seems to be different on Midnight in the Desert than Coast. Now, it may be that Coast makes him say or do certain things that he is not privy to do on Midnight in the Desert. Midnight in the Desert, so he has a free hand. So I suspect he's a lot happier. There are soup kitchens out there. There's Catholic Relief. There's St. Vincent de Paul. Go to St. Vincent de Paul. Find a church. Ask for St. Vincent de Paul. They'll give you food cards and food, for God's sake. I'm hungry, but I can sublimate it. I'm doing videos. I've eaten nothing today. I take it back. I'm standing correcting myself. I'm getting tired. I ate some cheese popcorn. My cat is better than Weather Haig, all right? Fuzzy the cat meows very cutely when she wants cat food. 4 hours of that recorded over and over is better than 4 seconds of Weather Haig. Dead Art Bell, sitting there, moldering, would be better than Weather Haig. With all apologies to the Art Bell family and Art Bell. The only thing about Art Bell's death is Art Bell was free of the evil influence forever. The cats are fine. I fed Fluffy. Fluffy chased Mama Cat. I didn't like it. Fluffy be nice to Mama Cat. I fed Fluffy, little girl, Mama Cat, Papa Cat. I don't know where Kitten was. I fed Tiny One and Talkie. And I fed Orangey and Squeakies. And Squeakies kept trying to stick his nose in Orangey's food. I finally had to brush him aside in my cane and said, Squeakies, you don't do that. The life you saved may be your own. because Orangey chases squeakies. He considers to be a rival. And I fed Gray and I fed Pretty One. So all the kitties were fine. I think, no, I got the door open. No little girl on the bed. I got all new clean blankies for all the kitties. Clean wash pillowcases, a wash sheet for me, a blanket that's too heavy this heat. I normally sleep with a blanket on. So the kitties are all fine. I did laundry today. I threw out 3 trash cans of recyclables and garbage. And when I get done with this video, if I have the energy, I will sweep the kitchen floor and mop it. And then I got to start going for these cans and bottles. But I still need Happy money. And I got to send the money through PayPal to my account. So I get and one reason going to Alien Con broke me money wise, and I have to give Kathy back $252. But she gave me the money for the hotel room, or I would have been sleeping out in the street. And then I have to give her 92 because she paid my internet bill. That's how broke I am. I've never listened to Michael Vara before, but after tonight I will. I've been asked that before, and I go, who the hell is Michael? Stop growling, I'll feed you. So, long day. I started doing laundry at 10 o'clock this morning. I got done about 2, and I had some weird person come up to the door while I had the laundry room door open. It was too hot there to have the door closed. And stare at me, and I said, what do you want? He goes, you're very rude. I said, no, I'm busy. What do you want? I've never seen this woman before, and apparently it may have been somebody who lives on the 3rd floor who was waiting for the laundry to get done. Well, I finished the laundry, and that person never showed up. We got some weird people. Keith Rowland, I have no issue with Keith Rowland. He ran Art Bell's website for years for Art doing Coast. I wish he'd never taken that website down. It was a wonderful website. I have the CD disc set that Art sold when he retired the first time. But Michael Vara gave a list of all of Keith Rowland's companies and said he's got to make money. So I don't know if he has issues with Keith Rowland or not. I haven't written Keith. I've tried to write him over the years, and finally his emails kept getting returned. So I don't know if he's evil or not. But he and I and Art used to correspond and email back. Well, maybe a case of Keith. I sent him too many emails. He got tired of it. I don't know. I got a lot of stuff in here that needs to be gone through, but I'm trying to. I know I have an extra HDMI cable somewhere. And there's a VGA to HDMI cable. I could hook this up to Sony, and I may be able to get a 23-inch Apple monitor for cheap, but I don't have money on the first month. This is why I've had a couple $100 extra. You'd be seeing a lot of different things. I've heard nothing about it other than, well, let me put this way. Let me rephrase this. I'm getting tired. Mentally tired. Keith Rowland fired Heather Wade when she refused to take Aaron Bell and Asia Bell to a funeral. He kicked her off of Midnight the Desert, and she predicted she'd be off in a few weeks. Her listenership was down, her subscribers were down, and the money was coming in was down. But I think that was the last draw for Keith. Art and Keith were friends for years. But you don't do that to somebody going to a funeral. I'm not going to drive you to a funeral. The widow and the young daughter, hello. That's something I would never even think of. If I had a car and I didn't have a license, I'd drive to a damn funeral. Not that it's a damn funeral, but the radio legend, the guy who gave you your chance, and you're not taking his widow to a funeral, that's unconscionable. If it's true, it believes. Yes, I confirmed it with the Nye County Sheriff. The two incidents happened. I did videos on it. You know that drone. Told you at the time I did videos on it. Yeah, Dave Schrader was on the Sewergab. I'm not going to say Keith Rowland did anything to me because I have no proof. But whether Haid said publicly on the Gabcast she didn't like me, made rude comments about me and rude comments about George Miller. She is the B word. I don't think it makes sense in the when you don't have evidence to prove it. You make allegations that are not provable for the moment. I think it's more likely that whether Haid helped to orchestrate the attacks of him because she doesn't like me. And it's really so stupid. Why are these people? Here I am. For years they bitched about you need to get a job. I'm 66 years old now. And traditionally, people retired at 65. And I have physical issues and health issues that preclude me from working, including this damn hand. And I can't put the stuff in my hands on broadcasting; it gets all over everything. But why would anybody in their right mind? These people are not in their right minds. That's why they're trolls and evil. Attack a poor guy who's just doing videos out of his apartment. One thing that Nori liked about me is I was doing videos in my bedroom, and I had all kinds of little pictures and creatures and all that. And he got told that I was making fun of. No, I have no way to contact Keith Rowland. My email is Simmer Blanc. I don't have his phone number. Now, if one of you want to contact Keith Rowland and suggest it, that would be great. But the other problem is I don't have the equipment. I can't take a phone call. I can't have you call me. You're sure as hell I'm not going to do it with a broken iPhone and a free Android phone that stopped working. Although somebody could call me on, I think it's still on. Once this gets repaired, yes, I still have Google Hangouts. So if you're on my approved list, there's times I got mad at Drone, I've got mad at Jerry, and I've got mad at 6 Week and moved them to my contact list. Oh, here's the guy, Kandaloo Landa Hulu, and he got attacked. Oh, that's certainly fun. And Ziznak, that was another guy who got attacked in 2016. I tried to call his phone number a while back, disconnected. but Jerome was on this list, so he's not anymore. And I would have to find out. You need to email me your information, Jerome. I'll put you back on. And some woman in San Diego who claimed to be a friend disappeared. And that was 2 years ago. And I don't know if she was put up to it by Little Chris or one of the Bellgabbers. But so Google Hangouts is still here. If someone wants to ask permission that I know who you are, I can talk to you on Google Hangouts. The problem is with my setting up any kind of a GoFundMe site, the trolls have so sabotaged my reputation that they'll say I'm conning people out of money. I mean, I just had a guy come in here just now and say I should refund the money people have donated to me. I'm not about to do that. There's not any money to refund anyway. But why would I refund any money? If people donate, there's a thing in Judaism, excuse me, called tzedakah. It's charity for its own sake. It's good doing a good deed for someone because you know they are less fortunate than you. And one reason I play the lotto is I would help others who are less fortunate than me, like and 6 Week and other people and veterans and homeless dogs and kitties. You give out of the goodness of your heart. You don't turn around and ask for it back like the evil grub did. She donated $5 and asked PayPal to refund her money. That's just not done. I don't know where Jasmine is. I don't know what he's doing. He never comes in here. And I'm almost tempted not to send notifications anymore because he never come in. I don't think he's ever come into the channel. I could be wrong. But if I start a GoFundMe page, when Curtis Thornton started the Alien Con GoFundMe page to send both of us to Alien Con, they immediately said this is all a scam and it was all a con job, and they attacked him unmercilessly for setting up the page on Bellgab. When it was intended partly to bring him to Alien Con, he has the equipment, the technical expertise, and to do live streaming with phone calls, and that was the intent that we had. But they also said $5,000, and I think that was a little too much too. I've seen what the airfares are. The sending from Illinois to California was too much. But they also said, I'm going to not go. I'm conning people out of money. I'll never go to Alien Con, just like I never would get glasses money from George Jury, just like I never would do the George Murray interview. I did all these things. That was Alice Burbank. He had a drug farm up in the Sierra Mountains, and he rode around an Amtrak all the time. He's the one that supposedly shot at Art Bell twice. So, if someone else wants to start a GoFundMe page for me to buy new equipment, I would be ecstatic. If someone wants to start another Go page for me to get the Alien Con in Baltimore, I would be very happy. I'm not going to do it. He was trying to get Heather Wade to go to bed with her, and she refused him, and it devastated. He had a big thing. I'm not. Oh God! I didn't mean to make an unintentional pun. I can't use the word I'm going to use. He was smitten with Heather Wade, and he wanted to have his way with her. Last I knew, I was friends with Jasmine, but I haven't heard from Jasmine for months. So I don't know what he's doing. I have no clue. He could be dead for all I know. So All I know is a lot of these people associated with Bellgab are truly evil, and they're not vaguely lovable. Art Bell once called Bellgabbers vaguely lovable. They're not lovable at all. The people that are nice and lovable, the people who were on there that I met, like the lady in South Africa, who was wonderful, and somebody gave me. I had two pairs of broken glasses. And one guy gave me money for broken glasses. He said they never tell me what I do to you. They were lovely, but a lot of those people are not lovable. Yeah, I am. I'm friends with Aaron, but I have an issue with him. So, but for anyone to think this site was benign, it was just a discussion board where they talk politics or Art Bell or George Murray, it's not that. And whatever EllGab is, it's not a nice, happy discussion page where they're talking about paranormal. They made fun of me saying I go to woo-woo conventions, and yet the whole site was devoted to a paranormal broadcaster. And by their definition, that was a woo-woo subject, anything Art talked about. They even attacked Art Bell mercilessly when he quit Midnight Desert, when he quit Sirius XM, when he quit Coast to Coast. They turned on him. Well, a little hard for Kathy to go live stream when she's there and I'm here, and she's worn out and going with Patty, so that ain't gonna happen. If we have time, I will do a short one on Friday when she shows up to go to Red Lobster. Bellgab is EllGab. He closed down Bellgab. He started a new one called EllGab. It's Bart Ell is MB and MB is Bart. I don't know specifically which ones, but I read the post and they were going after Art like crazy. You're a serial quitter. That was the one thing they said. You quit too much. They were so happy. There was always, oh, it's so wonderful you're coming back. You're coming back. You're coming back to Coast. It's so wonderful you're going on Sirius. We can't wait. And they had timer clocks created, countdown clocks. So Art went to Sirius, and then Sirius lied to Art Bell, said he would have live streaming, and anyone in the world could listen to him, and they could barely get the damn thing running in North America. And one Friday night, the entire Sirius XM network crashed. North America, and one Friday night, the entire Sirius XM network crashed, and a lot of his listeners couldn't listen. And I paid for that site, $14.95 a month, and half the time the site would crash constantly. What good doctor? Who's the good doctor? The only good doctor I ever knew was Isaac Asimov, and I called him on the phone. Oh, I'm Isaac Asimov, and I called him on the phone. Oh, I've only seen him once at San Mateo at the convention center. I've never seen Eric Pearl again. Anyways, dude, I hadn't even thought about him. I thought about him in passing recently, but 6-week tenure, loved Eric Pearl. I get emails all the time from the beautiful blonde name escapes. She's into crystals and all that. Yeah. So anyway, that's what's going on. So if someone would be nice enough to me to send me $13.95 via PayPal or mail it to me, I would really appreciate it. No, I'm not going to run. I can't even walk without my cane. You want me to run? No, that's not true. Where did you come up with that idea? I support President Trump. I will vote for President Trump. I will donate to President Trump's campaign when I have the money. And I did donate. when he ran the first time. He's a good player. Well, folks, I'm hungry, I'm sweaty, I need a shower. Excuse me. The cats need to be fed wherever they are. And I do need to clean my kitchen. I did a rack of dishes. I threw out all the garbage and there's laundry stacked up in the corner. I'm going to quit for now. I'm hungry. Oh, I got to cook my chicken and potatoes and zucchini and eat that for breakfast and dinner. So have a great night, people. Stay warm, dry, safe, and or wet out there, or all of the above, or your choice. And stay safe out there. Drone. I will be going to Seattle after the alien conflict. We will finally get together, you, me, and hopefully Jerry. And when I go to Denver, I will meet with 6-week tenure and find out if he's dope or dope, if he's truth or dare, if he's telling the truth or not. I'll find out if you're telling the truth or not. If you're not, I'm going to kick your butt in my cane and beat you severely with a moldy McDonald's hamburger. I've never heard of Jillian Clear. Don't know who that is. I've heard of Ann Jillian. Don't know who Jillian Clear is. I can't remember who I am after. Good night, Zoe. Love you, and hug the kitty for me. I know Fleer bubblegum and Fleer baseball cards. That's my Fleer knowledge. So, have a great night, people. I'm out of here. I'm starving. And no George Senda, the guy from Twitter, I need an haircut. This thing looks ridiculous. So, that's it. I'll see about them. I'm gonna go take cans and bottles in tomorrow. Get cat food money. Got to transfer $20 to PayPal from PayPal to my bank account. Get cat food money. Actually, I'm going to pay Capital One and then charge the money on Capital One. I owe them $25, and then I got to recover from the trip and the disaster at Wells Fargo Bank. That'll take months. All right, catch you next time, folks. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming in, except for the evil troll. And if I were president, I would send MB and Sewergabbers to get no, that's too good for them. I would put them in a sewer, one that's plugged up, and it just could tread water through the sewer. Also, we'd send Hillary Clinton to jail. No, that guy just got reelected. He's an insurance agent. He's got lots of money. He's been the mayor for years. Ain't gonna happen. You got to have money to file. You got to have 60 signatures, 60 registered voters to endorse you. And where would I get 60 registered voters? You got to give them $900. If I had $900, I'd have a new MacBook. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't going for mail, my people. But once I build the complex, and once I get the second piece of land to build the church, that may change. That hell's on my foot. Look like I told it's all bent. I think I've dropped the keyboard on it. It's got bruises in it. So remember, you got to have a car. I'm not walking around 90-degree heat knocking on doors. Oh, would you want to be a mayor? Not going to happen. Have a great night, people. Not running for office. Can't even barely hobble to office. Can't get up to go to the kitchen. You guys want me to run from there? Maybe in an alternate timeline when I never got fat and never got injured, and I'm 20 years old. See you later. Have a good night, Drone.